Hey everyone, we're here today to put in a ColorDMD in a Star Trek Premium pinball machine. So what I already took the DMD down, the metal panel here. I took the translate and the backlash out. So what I'm going to do now is take the old DMD out. So basically how they're held in is there's 6 like little nuts here that are held in for the DMD. So we're going to take those out. Now, this is like some wiring. I guess we could leave those in actually. This is just a wiring harness back here. So what we're going to do now is just remove the 6 nuts from the old DMD. And I don't think that we're going to need these nuts again, but I think what happens is the kit that ColorDMD sells kind of replaces those with standoffs that you have to do. So this is the old DMD here. And then there's a red film also or this red plastic piece here that you need to take off as well. There's spacers on that, so these have to be removed first. So make sure you take that off, because if you put in the new DMD, all you're going to see is red. So let me put these on the side here. Okay, so now what we're going to do, according to the instructions from what I got from ColorDMD, is that this new stern, this new type of the way the DMD is for the SAM system at the time will fit into where we took that red plastic piece off. So I believe there's plastic film that's on this, and with any plastic piece that you get, this is always, it seems like the hardest part to do is to remove this film from the plastic piece. I think I have this side started. That's one film. Yeah, the film is always a pain in the neck to get off of plastic of this type without having a start point on it. And you want to make sure that you remove all the film off of it. So, okay, I think I have it started now. And I bought this kit, I believe, from ColorDMD. They have it on their web page. So that's where I received it from. So this is how it looks now. It's clear. So we're going to take it, and try not to touch it with your fingers or anything like that as you're putting it on. Try to grab the side so you don't put any fingerprints on it. So now it's in place. Throw this on the side. And then what you need to do is you need to take out put back on the four corners these plastic like spacers that you took off the old one. When you took the old DMD out, these were one of the parts you had to remove. So now we put on those the expanders or the studs or spacers, whatever you want to call them. And now we're going to put on 2 washers on each corner here, just to give it a little, depth here to pop the DMD away so it'll fit. So now we put those on the 2 corners. And now we have to take another type of spacer, and it would be this with the little stud on the top. And these, I believe, are, I forgot the size on these, if these are 3/8 or something, they might be 3/8. So now you put these on the 4 corners as well, screw them down. So now these are down, and now you're going to take your DMD, which is here, and the way that you would put it on, the positioning is that this connector down here, let me get this out of the way here, this connector here would go down. So as you put it on the DMD, DMD bracket, we'll call it, this would be facing down as I'm showing you right now is how you would apply it. And again, you got to take off the protective film that's on it, which is held on with masking tape. And this kind of peels off again. Try not to touch the screen when you're doing this. You don't want to get fingerprints all over it. So now that that's off, you want to go, and I believe the holes that you want to use, let me just position this. Yeah, the holes you want to use on this, if I could kind of get into camera here, I believe it's going to be this top inner one, and somewhere kind of in the middle here, that inner one in the middle. That's where it kind of falls. So you kind of want to position it. Maybe my arm is in the way in the camera here. But you want to position that in. Try not to force it, but you kind of got to coerce it a bit. And now it seems like it's in. And then to finish it, you take these long studs here, these spacers, and these are 5/8. And again, put these on the ends. On the 4 corners again. And I have a towel down on the pinball machine so I don't scratch the rails or anything like that with the DMD display here. So now what you want to do is you want to take your connector, and I believe this is J5. Yeah, it's J5. You want to take this connector here, and this is notched over here, so you really can't put it in wrong, but you want to put it in so it's notched, so that kind of just goes in that way. The red part, pin number 1, would be towards the right, so that would go on this side. So now you put that in, and then what we need to do for power, which goes, I believe, on this side, on the right-hand side of the DMD, is you want to go and you have to run the cable through the cabinet to the front of the coin door. There's a auxiliary power source there, and I believe you want to attach the new cable that comes with that to this to give it power to the DMD. So we'll do that next, and I will show you how. First, actually we could get the cable since we have everything open. Let me get the cable. So this is the cable that it comes with. And you can see this side has two ends. This is the side that goes through the cabinet, you know, that connects to the front by the coin door. And this side connects into the DMD itself. And again, I believe it's probably notched. So pin 1 on this side here, there's no pin. So if you look at your connector, there's like a part in that pin, so you can't put this in wrong. So that would go to the part where there's no pin. There's like a white piece of plastic in there. So it's kind of, the hole is taken so you can't put nothing in it. So you want to take that and just push that in. That way, don't force it, kind of, you know, play with it a bit before it goes in. So now that's in, this is in, that's connected to the board, the DMD is in place. You want to take these connectors here, these wires, and run it through the hole. Pretty much you probably on the right hand side, because that's where I believe the connectors are on this machine. So you want to take this power cord here and run it, you know, into your cabinet through the back box. Like that. And if you want to too, I'm kind of looking at it now, which you don't really state in the instructions, but you have your kind of your wire ties here, you know, your little things that kind of, you know, snug the wire down. You might want to put those in, like you might want to screw those down, you know, under this little channel here and get it in there and then screw it back in just so they're down. You know, just, I don't think it really matters, but there's probably a way to get them to kind of go in. It's a bit of a tight fit, but maybe you can't fit it. Yeah, maybe that's why they don't say to do that, because I don't know if you really could do it. But if you could do it, do it. If you can't, don't do it. But we're going to run that cable now, and I'm going to show you how to connect it to the front of your pinball machine. Okay, so now we're at the front of the cabinet. And as you can see, this is the auxiliary power box here. But if you look at the front of this, there's a cable here that says optional power right by the shooter rod here. So what you want to do is take the cable that you ran from the back box, the female part, and plug it into the male part of this cable here. Like that. And that's really it. If you want, you know, put it into the wire, you know, ties here, you know, to protect, to, you know, organize the wire a bit. And if you want to just take the slack a little bit, pull it back as you're kind of working, you know, back towards the back box again, because you got some slack and, you know, in the cabling and stuff like here and all that. So I ran it through the wire organizational thing in the back as well. So what we're going to do now is try it, see if we get power, and see if we get the DMD to power up. Okay, so here's a pinball machine powered on, and as you can see, we have power. So what we want to do is change this display back here, because it's not set for the right pinball machine. I think it's set for Williams probably. So I think if you hit the first button towards you on the far right, that'll come up with this, and then this is like your selection here. And as you get to mounting, you want to hit the third, is it the second? Yeah, the second button now, as it says WS, that's White Star. That's Sam, and that's what I believe we want. And I think it's either the third or fourth button. Is it the... let's see. So we'll do probably medium, that's fine. Medium, Sam, vertical, gamma, DMD. This is where I think you could select the different modes of other, yeah, this is just different modes of what you could do. And save and exit, yeah, it's the third button to the, it's really the second button from the far left if you want to say to save your thing. So it's a little high. Let's try. Oh, it's on Sam. You want it on... Oh yeah, that's what we want, Sam. Let's try White Star. For the heck of it. Yeah, it's not that great. Yeah, you need it on Sam, I guess. Yeah, it fits. It's a little high, I think. But we'll try it out and see how it goes. If it fits all the videos and stuff like that in there. Okay, I kind of was looking at the way I had this all set up in here, and inside the pinball machine, and I couldn't put it in any other holes that would fit into the back of that DMD mounting bracket. So, but I found the vertical adjustment. I kind of forgot this was on here, but if you get to this mode, you could go up and down with it, however you want it positioned. So we'll try it like that for now, just to see what it's going to do. So you kind of set for that, save and exit, save and exit. So let's see how it looks. We might have to adjust it again, but well, it looks perfect. So yeah, so when you're putting the DMD into these newer pinball machines, these the Stern pinball machines, the different modes that you have to go through. The color. I mean, I change this blue or green or red, or I'm tired of red, but something else. That's why I got a ColorDMD. The style. There's only really 2 or 3 modes for this type right here, because it doesn't have the ROM program for it. It's just one color. So the backlight, I have it on high. The mounting is Sam, because it's the Sam machine. And the vertical adjustment, again, the one button to the left of the far right goes down, and the one next to that goes up. So we'll leave it there at 0E. Again, then we'll hit the far right button, and then go to save and exit, and I believe it's the third button to the left from the far right, the second button from the left, I think. It's hard, I just kind of could feel, I'm not really looking. But actually it might be a little too low. So you know what? We'll go one up. Yeah, it's the second button from the left, the third button from the right, if to save and exit. So yeah, that looks better. So it looks perfect. So that's how you put in a ColorDMD into a newer Stern pinball machine with the new back box. So with the different depths of those different pegs that you need to put on to bring the DMD away a bit so it'll fit, and all that kind of stuff. So it worked out really well. So again, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching my videos. I appreciate it. Soon I'll have a gameplay of this pinball machine once I get everything together. I have a shaker motor, I think, coming soon, and I'll put that in there. I'll do a video on that, how to install a shaker motor, and I'll do a gameplay video as well. And again, thanks for watching my videos. Again, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter. You can access everything from my homepage, www.pinballsupernova.com. I appreciate all the support that you guys give me and the videos that you watch. And I would love more subscribers, to kind of make it worth my while to do these videos. But again, I do the videos because it's things that I look for online that I can't find myself, that I get discouraged because, sometimes instead of looking at pictures, it's great to see a video to kind of walk you through the problems or just how to do something, in pinball especially. It's such a niche hobby that there's not tons out there about it. So again, thank you, and I'll talk to you soon.